And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now back to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
After the interception, here's Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On second down, Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. New York set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Gone. Hot.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
No chance. No chance. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't want that. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. 58 Hot.
They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Gun! Detroit!
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And down to the 36-yard line here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along, because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Hassan Reddick coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go! Blue 90!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They start the drive with Cook. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. A give. This is Cook. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Detroit!
Here's Rosen to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost gets the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, it's Tate. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he stopped immediately there. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A handoff to Barkley, and he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
4 down, 4 down. 43. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Able to make one man miss, but he will be corralled around the 10-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Lucky 56.
They pitch it out to Cook. And spins away. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down.
Gun!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! No. Check. Patriot!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Rosas puts the... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Rolling to his right. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down. They go play action. It's Rosen sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Rosen to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Handoff comes to Cook. Ooh, with a juke. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Lucky 56.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run with Cook. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Check 3, check 3. Check 4, check 4.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. They'll look to throw here. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he... The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13 and also the first down.
Back to that Philly. Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Rosas now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Rosen. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. This is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Again, it's Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Stop your whining.
Looking to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's the Giant offense. It's now making their way back out onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Rosen again. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Barkley. He finds some open field here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Barkley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they will start out in great shape, up very close to midfield.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
So a good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Gone! Over!
One final shot here for Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final